Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And we have more news on Xavien Howard via his Instagram post here, which I'll go through in a second. But really quickly, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with sports content, whether we're talking NFL, NBA, and even, some college sports as well. Definitely a great way to stay up to date with everything that's transpiring over the next couple of weeks, especially leading into the season. But with that being said, yeah, so they have here that Xavien Howard's on his Instagram. He says that he's given his heart and soul to the Miami Dolphins franchise since they drafted him in 2016. He wants to make it clear that he loves his teammates. He said they're his family, but what he's learned is that the business side of the NFL proves organizations don't always have the players' best interest at heart, and that's definitely a fair assessment. I mean, an NFL contract, the player is obligated to it, but the team, minus, obviously what's guaranteed and all like that, they can let you go at the drop of a hat if they wanted to. So, yeah, and we even seen some guaranteed money, go by the wayside when it came to Antonio Brown and his contract, although it was pretty much the situation that transpired, but there are clauses to get out of that. And so he goes on to state that, his experience with the Dolphins the past few seasons has taught him that in 2018 he signed an extension, and he says that he admits that he did not fully understand the extension, and he wasn't comfortable with it, but he still, signed it in good faith. He said he played that deal for 2 seasons and didn't complain, but he says that everyone knows that he's significantly outperformed that deal. And so, he's absolutely right there. He has certainly played like one of the top cornerbacks in the game. Matter of fact, he goes on to state that he's one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, and he says the tape backs up that claim. He says he's given the assignment of guarding, shadowing the opposing team's best receiver with little help, and he says that proves his value and his worth, yet he's not even the highest paid cornerback on his team. He's the second highest paid, and that honor of highest paid goes to Byron Jones when they signed him in free agency last year from the Dallas Cowboys. So obviously that does not sit well with him. He says it's not even close. And he says he wants to clear up a few misconceptions about his situation. He says his agent, David Cainter, and he said in himself, has never once asked for a completely new contract. He says he wanted things to work out with the Dolphins and brought solutions to the table, like guaranteeing more money. And he says that they felt like it was a win-win situation for both sides. And those were the proposals of adjustments that wouldn't just make him feel more respected, but also were cap friendly. But the Dolphins refused everything that they proposed. And so he said that is why he don't feel that the organization has dealt with him in good faith, and he doesn't feel valued or respected by the Dolphins. And he says just like they can take a business first approach, he says so can he. And he said that's why he wants to make it clear that he's not happy and that he has requested to be traded. And so if you're a Dolphins fan, you definitely don't want that because, just looking at the remainder of the cornerbacks that they have outside of Byron Jones, and even Byron Jones last year, you don't want him to be your number one corner, not when you can have Xavien Howard out there. They did pick up Jason McCourty. I will say that from the Patriots, but you would prefer that in this situation that he'd be able to be like sort of that third corner for the Dolphins. That's what they ideally brought him in for. But yeah, this situation right here can significantly impact their secondary. One that was one of the best secondaries in the league last year, so they certainly don't want to lose him. But at the same time, he doesn't feel respected, and so he says that until the trades happen, he's just going to basically be there so he doesn't get fined and he'll handle himself like a professional, but he's not happy and he wants to be traded. And so there you have it. That's the IG post by Xavien Howard, and we will see how the Dolphins respond to that. Find it interesting that he says that he proposed some adjustments that wasn't necessarily gonna like generate a lot of money, but he says cap friendly. He was looking for more guaranteed money. It seems like more of a respect type of thing, but it seems like Dolphins, obviously, they felt that, they just re-signed the contract in 2018, and so they didn't want to mess with it. So definitely understand that. But that seems to be the case, especially with elite cornerbacks. Once they outperform that contract, they will let you know immediately, as anybody would want to get paid, for their production. And so I understand that he got caught in a deal. He says he doesn't understand or didn't understand when he signed it and wasn't comfortable with it. So yeah, he's definitely stating his unhappiness there. So we'll see how things unfold throughout camp and as we get closer to the season. So we'll continue to monitor that situation. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.